Hello YouTube, welcome to week 4, day 1. So just coming off a week's deload, so yeah, feeling really good, raring to go. Started off with some broad jumps. I just start with a short distance and then just gradually increase the distance, and then I measure what I've done, and then every couple of weeks when I do this I just try and gradually just try and increase the distance. I really like these as well, to like as a prep for overhead press as well. So 8 sets, and this is the final one, 5 feet 9 inches or 1.75 meters. Nice and easy. So yeah, next time definitely going higher on that. I think my record is 7 feet 3 or 7 foot 4, so it'll be interesting to see if I can beat that in the coming weeks. So yeah, feeling really good today. Starting off now with axle clean and push press. So the plan for today is to do EMOMs, which is every minute on the minute. So this is just a warm up at the moment. So 4 warm ups. I was doing 3, but I've now increased. When I'm writing these programs and all that, I look at the main sets that I'm going to be doing, what the weight is going to be for that, and then just adjust my warm-ups accordingly. Sometimes I don't need too many, sometimes I do. I find for the first lift of the day I'll normally do more warm-ups, but when I come to do other exercises or assistance exercises I probably won't do so many warm-ups because I'm already ready to go. So here we are now, the main event, EMOM sets, every minute on the minute. Rest times have been sped up. So here we are, I've got my kitchen timer, I've set it and we're ready to go. So set number 1. So the weight today, fixed weight, 106 kilos or 234 pounds. So just under 17 stone in old money. First set, nice and easy. And yeah, like I said, I've just had a deload, so feeling really good, raring to go. I've just been waiting all week to do this workout. For this new program, one of my rules is I'll do 3 weeks and then have a deload on the 4th week. So 3 weeks heavy, 1 week deload. I wasn't going to do it because I haven't been really going that heavy lately. So I was going to skip the deload, but I did pull like a muscle or something, and I had rib pain. So I thought it'd probably be best if I did take that deload after all. Sometimes you think you might not need the deload, but you should take it anyway. I find general rule of thumb every 4th week is normally good, because the thing is, some people might go, I can go 6 weeks or 8 weeks without a deload. The problem is though is that you then get accumulating fatigue. It builds up over several weeks. So if you don't take I find personally myself, if I don't take a deload after a certain amount of time, I will start to get fatigued. Sometimes you want that, sometimes you want to be fatigued, like I'm doing this EMOM set. So all these subsequent sets I'm now doing under fatigue, because I'm doing it every minute on the minute. It takes about 15-20 seconds to set up and actually execute the lift. So I sit down and I'm literally got about 40 seconds in and I have to go again, sometimes less than that even. So it is literally just all go. But I really like EMOMs. You know, it's a good way of getting practicing lots of single reps, and getting my technique right, because overhead isn't one of my strongest, especially on axle. But every time I do it, I'm consciously trying to make each repetition the same. I'm constantly thinking about my technique, in not so much the weight but my technique, making sure that I change my arms and then make sure that my knees go out to the side and not forward, making sure that my head goes back, making sure that I've got good rack position. So if you watch this is set number 8 now, so we're just over halfway through. The plan was to do 15 minutes of this, and I nearly lost it there. That was just a balance issue, but notice how quickly it went up over my head so quickly. This 106 kilos felt light, so the deload obviously did me a world of good. Like I've been sleeping well lately. I've been eating well. I've been getting 7.5, 8 hours sleep a night, which I try to always get. Sometimes more. I'll try and get 9 if I could. sometimes it's difficult because I do late shifts sometimes, but I really am big on sleep. Talk to any top strongman, sleep is number one. Eddie Hall did a video the other week with Mitchell Hooper. Mitchell Hooper was talking about breaking the record deadlift, and in September he's going to attempt 505 kilos in Birmingham, and he did a little interview with Eddie, and Eddie said like he does all the all his recovery methods like ice baths and massages and all that, he said, and eating right, but he said the one thing that helps him the most is sleep. He's really big on sleep, and he said there was instances sometimes where he would actually get like 12 hours sleep a day, which is a bit extreme, especially for you and me, but that's what he needed to do. I'm not a top level athlete like him, so for most of us we can get by on 7 or 8, and I'm trying to get more, because I feel if I can do more, then obviously it'll help my recovery a lot more. So I do try to focus on that, but it's very difficult for me to go past 8 hours. My body normally wants to wake up before I hit the 8-hour mark, and I do drink a lot of fluid as well. Last night I actually got up about 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the toilet, and then went back straight back to sleep. But I've got a Fitbit, so it records my sleep, so I know exactly how much sleep I'm getting every night. And last night I had just over 7 hours. I think I had 7 hours and 6 minutes sleep, which is low for me, but it's good enough. You know, as long as I get at least 7.5, 8 hours, it's good. I can afford to have one night's bad sleep. I could get like 5 hours sleep one night, and that'd be fine. But I can't make a habit of it. If I kept doing it, obviously my performance will suffer. But yeah, I would say on average I get 7.5, 8 hours sleep a night, and any less than that, and my performance could suffer. So here we are. This is the 15th and final set now, 234 pounds, and boy, did this feel really easy. Here we go. That felt so good. So I thought, you know what? I've completed my sets. I've done the 15. So I'm going to add weight. So I'm still following my EMOM. I'm still doing it every minute on the minute, but I've now increased by 5 kilos to 245 pounds. And yeah, this was easy as well. If you look carefully, you can see me actually sweating now. I was very hot. It's like I say, it's June. It is getting warmer now. But yeah, that 111 kilos was easy, so I've increased by 5 kilos again to 116 kilos, or 256 pounds. This is just over 18 stone, and that felt easy as well. So I thought, okay, because the last time I did this, I went up to 121 kilos, or 267. So I've now, by doing this, I've now equalled that. However, this is obviously going to be harder because I've done more sets. So this is just over 19 stone now. And noticing a little bit of worsening of my technique, obviously due to fatigue, but I just wanted to go for it. I thought, okay, we'll do one more. That was hard. There cannot be any failures on this, but I knew I wasn't going to fail. If I thought I was going to fail, I wouldn't do it, but I knew that I would. But this was the last one. So we've gone up to 123.5 kilos, or 272 pounds, almost 19.5 stone. And just imagine what I could do if I was fresh. That's what I was thinking. That's literally 10 kilos off my best. And to do that on my 19th set, to do that after doing 18 previous sets, I'm really happy with that. If I can axle 272 pounds in a fatigue state like that, then yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what I can do when I'm fresh. And I will at some point I will peak my axle and I will peak my log and see what I can get. So axle, my best is 294 pounds, but I really want to get at least 300 on that. I do believe I'm capable of that. Okay, so we're moving on now to close grip axle bench press. Protocol today is to do one warm up, which I just did, 40 kilos for 5, and then I do 3 sets. So the first set is 15 reps. This is now the second set at 12, so that's 90 kilos, just under 200 pounds. Notice as well, for the axle overhead and for this bench press, notice I'm not using any elbow sleeves or wrist wraps. With the axle overhead, all I used was a belt, and that was it. So this is the third and final set now, 100 kilos or 220 pounds for 10 repetitions. And yeah, this was all easy. The 75 for 15 was easy. The 90 kilos for 12 reps was easy. I wish I'd have gone a little bit higher now, but I wasn't sure. Axle is a bit harder than a barbell, so I did want to be a little conservative on that. I would rather go a bit less and get all my reps rather than go higher and risk failure. This did actually feel a little bit heavier. I did start to doubt a little bit. I got to about rep 5 or 6 and it started to feel a little heavy, and I'm like, oh my god, am I going to be able to finish this? But by the time I got to rep 10, you can see I did a pause there, so yeah, no problem. Moving on now, axle press behind the neck, no back support. Starting at £99 for an easy 8. 3 sets of 8 of this. Last time I did this, I did 3 sets of 10, so I've dropped a couple of reps and increased the load a little bit. This is, like I say, as I've said on previous videos, this may not look like a lot of weight, but it is made harder by the fact that I'm using an axle. I'm not using any elbow sleeves or wrist wraps, and I haven't got any back support. And not having any back support does make this exercise a lot harder. But I like to do them behind the back because it does build the shoulders, and it is really good for shoulder mobility. If you can't do presses behind the neck, then you've got a problem. Basically, everyone should be able to do presses behind the neck. That's what Shane says, and I do agree with him. And this is the third and final set now, 65 kilos or 143. Really looking forward to pushing these and seeing where I go with these. But yeah, it was a great session today. I was really pleased with what I did, so definitely big things to come. Great pressing session, lovely day back. And then yeah, just finished up with a Concept 2 weighing machine. So the aim was to do 4 sets of 500 metres and make sure each set was done in under 2 minutes, and as you can see I succeeded there. Set 1, 158, set 2, 157, set 3, 158, and the fourth and final set, 148. For that fourth and final set, because it was my last set, I knew I could just go for it, so I did. And yeah, really good, really pleased. So with the weighing machine, I will be decreasing the times on that to make it tougher. So I'm going to end the video here. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you soon for the next video.